Welcome, everybody, to episode 155 of Perpetual Backlog. I'm your host, Aqua, and joining me, like always, perpetually, like it's in the name, my two co-hosts, Dalit.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
Yeah. And, Leek.
Hello there, hello.
Now, I've gathered us here today to tell Dalit that he has not been a great asset to the company the past couple of months. And that you're gonna need to be ejected outside of the ship. Why haven't you been a great asset, Dalit?
Oh,
this is Lethal God.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to catch on.
No, I was like, I don't understand. I'm here. I don't miss things. Except that I do. I miss Lethal Company.
Yep.
I mean, I don't miss Lethal Company. I don't care for that. But I was not here for those recordings.
Yeah. Well, that's honestly all I've done this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
yeah.
Well, only Lethal Company.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Public lobbies are actually kind of addicting.
Okay, so there isn't in the actual game. You have to download a mod. You said, right, for public.
No.
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah.
You said you got a mod for it earlier.
No. You asked if it was a mod. I said no. It's just doing public lobbies. When you go into Lethal Company, there's host, join a game. When you click on join a game, it brings up a list of of lobbies that are open that you can join.
I misread. It's all good. It's good. Anyway. So how's the voice like people talk obviously in this game? You have to communicate verbally.
Some people don't, and that's a little bit annoying. Some people don't use their mic or don't have a mic. And then some of the ones that do, they're obviously like 10-year-old squeakers, and they're kind of annoying. Because that's just kind of the audience that Lethal Company would attract as like Fortnite players. There are a lot of trolls. I will tell you this: there is a lot of trolls.
I mean, surprise.
Most recently, in this last game that I played, somebody we were on Titan, and while pretty much almost all of us were in the facility or in the mansion for this one, whatever. Somebody went back to the ship, used up all our money, and then went away on the ship and then dropped the game. So yeah, it was unfortunate.
It would be very easy to grief people in this.
Oh yeah, it's extremely easy to grief people. One of the first lobbies I went into, I got co-opted to killing the host. Because apparently, the match that they had before it, or whatever, like the round that they had before it, the host was also like just killing random people with a shovel. And so I hopped in, and one of the guys was like, "Here, take this shovel." And I'm like, "What do I use this shovel?" He goes, "We're gonna kill the host." And I'm like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Why?" And like, because they're because of et cetera. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I got into the building and I just stood there as they whacked the host down, and I was like,
"You got easily talked into a coup." I see.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay." So I hop in here and I'm immediately doing mutiny. All right. I have recorded a few of my my forays into the lobby. I have to edit it a little bit because somebody did come in by a signal translator and started transmissioning very bad words across their screens. So
yeah, they've got that shit into.
Yeah.
So the signal thing is supposed to be for people who don't want to use voice, and you can easily just very one word messages, right, or something.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can do that from without being at the computer. So I think it's
Yeah, you do need to be at the computer. Yes.
yeah. So I think it's
Oh.
just to let so if you don't have walkie-talkies, it's just to let people know like a quick like one-worded stuff like dog outside or something like that. Or, like
Yeah, dog.
maybe there's a coil head or something like that.
Yeah.
But people can use it to say bad words, and
There's no filter.
no, there's no filter. Remember, you also gotta remember this game is made by one guy.
There's no filter.
Yeah,
But there are mods.
There are
You can
mods.
mod in
There's
your
a lot of
filter.
mods. There's a lot of mods. There's extreme amount of mods.
Worked out my confusion, by the way, because the conversation earlier went like this. Where is it?
Oh
I said, I said, testing out mods. And then you said, yeah, I'm playing on public company. That's why I thought it was a mod. Because you said
I'm playing
public
public
company.
company. I'm playing public company, yeah.
I was like,
yeah, that makes
and then I'm
sense now.
stupid. So I'm like, oh, it's a mod. I thought in my head.
No, that's
Anyway.
because you were like, is that a mod? And I was like, no, I'm just doing public lobbies.
Well, you said, ooh, what's that one? And then you said, I play in public rooms. And I went, oh.
I didn't know you didn't know that public rooms existed.
Yeah, no, just assume I'm stupid. Basically.
Yeah, we don't have it in us to assume this though, because you're usually the better of us.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you.
So yeah, it's been interesting. I've tested out a few mods. I have the Skinwalker mod, but I haven't really noticed it working. I want to do the Mimic mods, but like that mod requires everybody to have the mod.
Yes.
All right. And usually when I set it to where like I need people to have a Skinwalker and Mimics on or whatever, not many people join or whatever, so I just normally like turn it off.
Oh, that's a shame. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the mimic mods I think will be easier if I'm getting a group together, like a friend group together, yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot easier, yes.
I got more suits.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I played with more suits. I played with the Mimic, which is very funny.
Yeah.
the Skinwalker one is terrifying.
Yeah. It hasn't worked on my end yet, but
it records things you say while you're playing, and then I plays them back randomly. Like it's very clever how it picks out sentences.
Mm-hmm. The monsters will just play them back at you.
Yeah, it's very convincing sometimes, especially if you don't know someone has died.
Yeah.
Which, as I understand, could happen pretty easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very spooky.
They do have a mini map mod, which I think is very useful. It's a client side mod that what it does is that it displays what's up on the computer screen in the ship, but it displays it up in the top right corner of your screen.
Okay.
So you can override it to where it's always on you or whatever, but it's client side, so if like somebody else doesn't have it, they can still click through the screen monitor.
Yeah.
And it will still be like normal to them or whatever. But for you can override it to where it's like always on you, and so you'll always have a mini map of if you're inside the facility or something like that, so you can see like where you're at and stuff. It's pretty useful. I don't, outside of it displaying stuff like turrets and like where treasure is or like scrap is or whatever, which is probably the most useful thing out of that. It definitely does not help you in trying to figure out if there's a monster around or anything, because I've been grabbed by like a face hugger and stuff. Even with it like usually like enemies on the map don't show up like unless you're like super close to them, and then when they're on the map they show up. So like I still have coil heads like fucking sneak up on me and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's good to know where some like treasure is. So, what else do I have? Oh, there's also a mod that called ship loot or whatever. So when you go to scan or whatever, not all the time like the stuff that you scan will like show everything or whatever, but it will tell you how much stuff you actually have on your ship.
Okay.
That's pretty nice. But public lobbies has been fun. I've met some pretty cool people in there. Actually, I think I added one to my Steam friends list. They're pretty cool. And they have, when you go down the list of like the names for the public lobbies, it is there are some that are just like normal names, and then there are some that you go, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna click on that.
This is why I tend to stay away from public lobbies.
I sent Dalit one the other day. So
sure did.
I was just like, oh man. I don't watch Shy Lily at all right? But I just make my public lobby named Womp Womp. So
Womp Womp.
Womp Womp.
Womp.
So when everybody joins, I'm like, Womp Womp. and somebody came in earlier today, came in the lobby. He goes, I don't even watch Shy Lily, but I say Womp Womp. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of addicting for some reason. But yeah, that's been pretty fun. Yeah, I'm gonna try and splice some of the footage that I got in the public lobbies and like maybe throw them up on YouTube.
Yes.
It's for like a little, hey, I played public lobbies on Lethal Company and it went about as well as you expected.
Yes.
Other than that, I guess I played Grand Blues. Grand Brews. That dumb little.
Again, I'm a jazz guy myself.
Yeah, right. The dumb little Fall Guys thing for Grand Blue. But that's actually about it for like video games.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in stasis mode. All right, we're so close.
I'm waiting for the next month, or actually, honestly, waiting for 1 week
Friday.
from now. You assume?
I'm waiting for Friday.
Friday. That's what.
The rumor is that it comes out on the 12th.
Oh.
So, I'm just in stasis mode. I'm ready. I'm ready. I want it. All right, but yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah, I played Lethal Company as well. Just trying out those spooky mods. I actually do. I, unlike Dollar, love horror and I love to be scared. So I've been, really wanting like mods that add to that fear factor rather than. I mean, the quality of life ones are good too, and I like some of the silly ones. But yeah, no, I really want to get spooked.
No, Dollar's just a baby.
Yeah, Dollar doesn't do. No, he doesn't do. He just doesn't
do.
Thank
you. No, thank you. But yeah, no. So anything that gives me that, the very first Alien Ridley Scott Alien movie vibe, I like that.
I'll say this.
I'm sure that's there in spades.
Yeah.
I'll say this. The more you play Lethal Company, the less scary the monsters get. All right.
Yeah, this is why I'm looking for more scarier stuff.
Because the Bracken used to be fucking terrifying off the bat. Now, I don't think he's terrifying at all. I actually, if I see the Bracken, I stare at him for actually a very long amount of time, and I tell him to get the fuck away from me, or whatever. And then I go about my day. Because he just runs away when you start looking at him.
Yeah, he's very shy. Yeah, well, it's like when you play Alien Isolation. Like at first, it's freaking terrifying, but you end up learning how to get around the alien, and it's not as scary once you know their movements and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
But playing alone is still scary as fuck.
Yes. I'm yet to do that. That's how spooked that, and they're like,
it's still like there's parts of me like when I'm playing with people and it just gets quiet and I'm just going through the hallway or whatever, or like one of the hallways, and it's just dark and quiet. I'm just sitting here like, all right, this is actually getting kind of scary again. But once you have multiple people around you, it's like it's not scary.
Yeah. What else I do?
As always, it's easy to be brave for someone else. It's hard to be brave for yourself.
I also playing Monster Hunter World.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten very far though. I've only gotten to the Rotten Vale, really.
No, that's plenty far from where you were last week. That's plenty, especially with the speed at which you can move through the story, which is a snail's pace, it feels. So
yeah, I'm just going. I'm at the bit where I really just want to upgrade my gear, so I'm like redoing a lot of like hunts and stuff just to upgrade. What am I doing now? What would I have to do next? I went to the Rotten Vale, talked to the Third Fleet lady. I can't remember. What's next? Yeah. Anyway, I'm at that point. I want to get to Iceborne so I can see the big fluffy mummy cat, the grandma cat. I love her.
Yeah, the Grand Meowster?
Yeah, I love her.
Meowster.
No, she is lovely.
Yes.
She's so lovely. Even the Meowscular chef wants to impress her with his food.
Oh.
He has to. He desires that respect. It's very important.
She's very huggable.
Oh, supremely.
Yes. But that's it really. What else have I been doing? Let me think. Looking at my Final Fantasy 14. Got a bit further. In the patches of Endwalker. I beat one of the first fiends.
Hey.
Yeah, the Winter Lady.
Some of the best music in the game, along with every other music in the game.
I've enjoyed the mechanics of the fights. Yeah, actually good.
The Barbaricha fight actually slaps. Like I think that fight actually is like good.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun. Yeah, so that's where I am there. And Zero's being taken to the source and having a grand old time there. Yeah. Eating an apple.
Eat food.
I do love, I'll make a point now. I do love that they're exploring the 13th. But where the fuck is Ula Kalhai?
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
That's really frustrating. The only thing that's frustrating, they completely forgot about this kid. Where is he?
I'll say this as someone who's not there yet.
Did they?
Anyway, as someone who's not there, I can't say, but I am a little frustrated that this is a patch cycle story. I think the 13th should have been an X-Pack unto itself.
I think you both need to finish the quest line.
Okay. Okay. But I'm still sitting going, where is this kid? Is he still in the Rising Stones, just sitting on Infinite's desk? What's he doing?
Have you not done
it's his desk now.
Have you done all of the role quests for Shadowbringers?
Yeah, it's kind of important, hey.
Shadowbringers, yes.
Yeah. So did you do the one you do after doing all the role quests?
I did.
Then he's not in the Rising Stones anymore. Or Waking Sands.
I know, that was a joke. But
okay.
But I have done all that. I've done all that. I'm still like, I want him to meet Zero.
I think you guys need to get to
okay. That's reassuring. Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Okay, good. I'm happy. I'll continue. But other than that, I think that's all I've done. Yes, that's all I've done.
It's our gaming animal time.
Yeah, I've been less than stellar this week. And I've been forced to do quite a bit of work. So the only thing I've really put any amount of time into is Cyberpunk. Well, I put quite a bit of time into it. I am level 40 and I've not done story at all. I still need to go chat with Judy about what's her name?
Evelyn.
About Evelyn. I'm literally just into Act 2. That's it. I opened up the world and proceeded to do gigs, scanners, tarots, get obscenely powerful, and I've learned that was a mistake.
Now you just blow through everything.
No. What? Now everyone has a smart rifle and can 2-tap me.
Oh. We'll get wrecked, kid.
Yeah. I mean, like, it means that I do have to approach every gig with, like, the most stealth possible. And I do end up having to take down, like, half of the persons in venue before I can even remotely think to sound an alarm. Otherwise, I will get bum rushed.
Defense. You must have no defense.
I have tier 5 armor in all slots.
I just meant like your ability defense and shit like that. Like for your skill tree.
Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty hefty into body. I'm not max. I'm not 20 into body, but I'm like 15. I'm the tier just below. And I have a bunch of mitigation from reflexes.
It's weird you're getting 2-tapped because I'm pretty sure I'm higher than you are, and I don't get 2-tapped.
Maybe you get stuff from actually being in the melee tree. I don't know. I do know that if someone runs up on me with a hammer, I will die in like 2 or 3 hits. And frankly, people can snipe me from across the map with their smart weapons. And again, it's a little frustrating. I don't love that because it means that when I'm taking on Militech, where it makes sense that I'm having issues, I'm in the moment. But when I'm taking on just a bunch of gangoons from the fucking Maelstrom, and they all have smart tech and have a couple of robots and are rushing me with all this military grade gear, I am suddenly wondering how they got it. But like I said, I spec'd into doing a lot of stealth stuff anyway, so this just means instead of electing to play the way I wanted to, I'm forced to play the way I wanted to, which joke's on you, game. I wanted to. It is actually still super enjoyable. I mean, like I've said in the past, I enjoyed it enough on my first playthrough. It may not have been the story that I wanted, but it was in fact a cyberpunk game, and it does the things it says on the tin. Yeah. It is a first-person RPG. Yeah. I haven't gotten to the DLC yet because I have to go to the Evelyn storyline stuff.
Yeah.
I might put off cleaning up my map because that's the shortest way to burn out in an open world game. So I might just push through that to get to the new content so that I don't burn out before I hear Idris Elba being all noir and James Bond adjacent. And yeah, I very briefly did some. Nope, I didn't. I watched some Grand Blue stuff with D's group, but I have the free version, so there's no room access. I'd rather just not have access to ranked. And I think that's it. I don't remember doing anything else. Yeah, that's it. I also had a very focused week. I had 40 levels worth of Cyberpunk. Which, let me tell you, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, there was also an update for Lethal Company, like today, yesterday, last night.
Last night, you say?
Today, yesterday, last night, whichever one. It was yeah, they changed. There are now challenge moons. All right. So you and a group of people can challenge a like a new moon, and you have one day.
That's no moon.
You have 1 day to gather as much stuff as you can. All right. Zeekers added or he rearranged like the facility maps. So like there's like now diagonal hallways, and there's it feels like it's bigger, and there's like rooms that end up having like a big like center room that has like something that kind of looks like a boiler like in the middle.
Right.
Like the rooms on the inside just look different. I don't think they touched the mansion at all. I know a lot of some of the monsters got updated. Dogs definitely spawn before 6 o'clock now. I don't know if it's random, but I've seen a dog spawn at like 2 o'clock for me, like right in front of me, and I immediately died to it because I was like, "Oh shit!" and it heard me, and I died. So yeah, like Thumper's movement got reworked. The spider can be it can now move faster when it's almost dead. Force Giant is more likely to leave the ship alone after chasing a player near it, which is nice. Slightly increased the audible range of Coilhead footsteps. Made Nutcrackers able to move slightly away while aiming. Jesters take longer to begin cranking, so they don't immediately walk up to you and go do 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 do. That's cool. Yeah, good. Some good updates. Good.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
Now I'm just stalling because now we gotta go into the doomer.
Yeah.
The doomer side of the podcast.
It's a lot of not great news. And some good news.
Yeah, and some good news. Let's say the first 10 days of 2024 kind of sucked for the gaming industry.
You just couldn't listen to me? I asked you for one thing, gaming industry, in our last podcast. I asked you for one thing. And you couldn't give it to me.
So, this first bit is, I guess good. We're gonna pretty much go back on what we were just talking about. It's kind of good, I guess.
Kind of good.
Kind of good. So after being bullied to hell and back, Logan Paul finally offers partial refunds for his failed Crypto Zoo game.
Yeah.
About time, and frankly, not enough yet.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know how to approach any news with Logan Paul. He has the capacity to do such good, and yet he is just constantly and forever a gigantic fuck up. I can't be on his side. Even this gesture comes incredibly late, and as Aqua mentioned, after being called out by the entire internet, by other people who are fighting him, like not in court, but actually for the other thing he does.
Yeah.
And just from like everyone he runs into.
Yeah.
I don't know how it took this long. I know what he says the excuse is. I know he says Jake Crypto King, whatever the hell his name is, ran off with a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But like, and it's your project. You are responsible.
Yeah.
Moreover, you hired him and Eddie Ibanez. Like, you've no one to blame but yourself.
Yes.
Not to mention you knew they were bad actors from before. Sorry, slash rant. Thank you for coming from my TEDx talk.
Yeah, no, for folks who don't know what Crypto Zoo is, it was meant to be a game basically where, like Pokemon, funnily enough, you have an animal, sure, you breed it, and so on, right? And then you can sell it for cryptocurrency. It's like a Pokemon. But then Esau made all this money for funding the project to develop it, and then went quiet. Then we don't know. They for like about a couple of years or a year or so. No one knew what was going to happen, and then basically the project was over. And then is it CoffeeZilla?
Correct.
Yeah, CoffeeZilla did a YouTube investigation essentially to call him out, and then that's when he started actually acknowledging it and then apologizing and so on. And then a year later, he said he would do a buyback process, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I said apparently this buyback process would cost him $2.3 million. Basically, he would refund 0.1 ether to everybody, which is what people who bought into this project paid. But the value of ether now is completely different to what it was. So they're not even getting what they had. Whoops.
Yeah. What Logan Paul needs to do is he needs to fix this shit and go away for a few years. All right?
Not even just stay boxing, do your Prime thing, stop doing stuff you don't understand. I mean, clearly you're not built for business, mate. Let someone else handle it.
I don't really agree with the Prime thing.
To my knowledge, I know Prime isn't great, but to my knowledge, that's not hurting anyone.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of false advertisement.
Is it? Isn't it just Gatorade and then also a Gatorade energy drink?
It's just body armor, is what it is.
All right, I'm unfamiliar with this brand.
But they kind of market it as it's more healthier than body armor or something like that. But it's
all right. Well, I didn't know that, and we know for a fact that it's not.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Hey, no, he just needs to go away. Go away for 4 years.
All the money in the world. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the way he got this money, but if I suddenly became fabulously wealthy tomorrow, I would continue living in my little house. You would hear nothing of my presence online, and I would dote on my mates. That'd be it. That's the whole well, I would also fucking get myself checked out health-wise. But other than that, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my own feelings about cryptocurrency and stuff aside, that's my opinion, but if you're going to start a project and get people to invest in this project, follow through. And if you are a type of person who finds it hard to finish things, because I understand as someone who has very bad attention span, it's easy to start stuff and come up with ideas, but it is harder to finish it. Hire someone to help you finish it. You have enough money to do that too.
Also that.
Yep. Yeah, he just needs to go away, rethink his life, right?
Yeah.
If he comes back to the sphere, do it in something in a good fashion, not in a I'm here to be controversial as fuck fashion. So.
Yeah.
Or if he just wants to go back to fucking fake boxing, sure.
Apparently he was really good at being a wrestler.
Yes, it's fake wrestling that he does well. His boxing is real and he's not very good at it.
Yeah, his boxing's real. That's not good. Wrestling, I can imagine him being a good personality in that.
Yeah, and that's what it is. He's a great heel. And I know this because the first thing I saw was him aping a bunch of I almost said Eddie is a bunch of Eddie Guerrero moves, and my immediate instinct was rage, and then I had to chill. I was like, nope, he won. That was the point. Well done. You're a good heel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a thing called integrity. Do rich people have it?
Very few.
To be determined.
Very
to be determined.
Very few. Every year, Square Enix CEO has to come out and say something every year. This is going to start our little corner of pretty much I guess our main topic to talk about. today. See President CEO just has to come out and give a give a speech, or like a letter saying, hey, we're gonna try to do this, and this year just so happened to say that they're gonna aggressively push into AI, or he wants to aggressively push into AI.
Yeah.
You're missing a point. He also doubled down on their continuing usage of Web3 and blockchain, which is important to point out.
Yes.
Now, I mean, look, continuing down this whole path of Web3 and blockchain isn't surprising, but it is disappointing, especially since we thought we were finished with it. And now the idea of AI, especially given the current landscape, it's even more worrisome. And there's really two minds to be of this. When they say AI, do they mean something like DLSS, or do they mean asset and voice generation and manipulation?
Yeah, this is
let's be real here, it's probably the latter.
Yep.
Now, that said, maybe it's not, because I have two examples that I can kind of look to on this. Like, we have the symbiogenesis bullshit, which was just an application using AI to repurpose the same 6 models and different clothing very poorly over and over. So we know we've absolutely seen Square attempt to cut corners and maximize profits with it. So unfortunate. But they also did just make a visual novel experience where you can make your own choices by typing responses to like prompts you're given by an AI partner in this visual novel mystery quest thing. I didn't take part in it, but I did watch a bit of it, and I'm not a big visual novel person, but I know usually you don't get to control much. You're just clicking on prompts to proceed. It was neat seeing them take the next logical step in that and literally allowing you to say, I do this.
Yeah.
Free of choice. So it's hard to say what they plan on doing. Because if it's more stuff like that, I guess I'm fine with it. But my worry is that it's all going to inevitably be used as data gathering for a symbiogenesis follow-up that is more put together.
Yeah. So a lot of people in the industry and who are industry adjacent, the folks that are usually against the use of AI in current form is loss of jobs. Yes.
Yeah.
Loss of jobs. That's the main worry. Like, yes, it can be a good tool. Yes. And it is impressive.
100%.
Yes. We're not disagreeing with that. It's the loss of labor. And we'll talk about that very soon.
Yes, we will.
There's a lot of examples of companies willingly cutting jobs, right? And it has been happening more and more as years go by. And it's not just like voice acting. It's not just for graphic generation, design. It's also writing and programming as well. It is throughout all disciplines. It's so there is legitimate worries. It isn't just people bemoaning the next step in technology. It's it's job security.
How fantastic would it be if we weren't having to worry about this, though? These are, like you said, such great things to have.
Yes.
And yet we don't live in the Star Trek world where, we're allowing AI to do all this because we can trust each other and because money isn't a thing anymore. No, all of that still exists, and this impacts that directly.
Yeah. Like it would be wonderful if over time, if AI is integrated into the working world, that people can work less and enjoy their life. But how will they enjoy their life if they don't have money to? If they don't have money to enjoy their life, if they can't afford to live and have any quality of life, I personally worry that I'll be forced to do jobs that AI cannot take on, and watch as robots make art, and I don't. That would be really fucking sad.
That would be, oh man, that would be macabre.
It would, wouldn't it?
Possibility.
Anyway. Yeah, so it's depressing. It's depressing. Yeah, like they tried to sell you on this utopia. Yes, you can relax and do all the things and hobbies you wanted to do, but not really. I don't see that. I don't see it. Like, because we need, like, as trends in like the economy and billing, rent and so on, is always getting higher and higher. And will the wages go up? Will the basic wage go up? The basic living wage? Like, will these also like follow the trend? I'm not sure.
Don't think
I'm inclined to agree.
Anyway, going back to the article, yes, there have been like other companies that have adopted the use of AI. For example, Ubisoft using it to write dialogue for video games. You got the Finals, that new video FPS shooter.
They use AI voice.
They do. And it's reactionary too, so the programming will see what's happening in the game and put out voice lines to react to that. I mean, that is impressive, but
that's super unfortunate because I hear the Finals is very good.
I
played the beta. It was pretty good.
Yeah. It is a very fun, action-packed, like game show FPS, right? But like, how is it going to affect, like, going forward? How is it going to affect like the people's jobs? Basically, that's what the real worry is lying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that pushes us into pretty much our AI block, where we're going to be talking about all the shit stuff that is happening with AI. Like the SAG-AFTRA apparently in talks with Replica Studios, which is an AI studio.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make an agreement to use AI voices of their talent.
So quick update. I looked this up. That second post was 7 hours ago. This did actually go through. So I mean,
I see.
Queensland-based Replica Studios and SAG-AFTRA are introducing that agreement, and that's got to be absolutely terrifying for every single actor that hasn't already made it.
Yeah,
voice actor, standard actor, television, it doesn't matter. Like, I would be very interested in seeing the fine print on that.
Yeah, it sucks because as everyone knows, they had these like protests and strikes to get a good deal to help, basically, once again, to secure their jobs and future work. So what is Replica Studios? What is the agreement between SAG-AFTRA?
That they're able to use their talents.
Yeah, but what's the contracted? So, like, is it?
I don't think they have.
Is it royalties?
I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know if they have the details of it.
I haven't been able to find it out in the wild yet.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, that like I said, this will be interesting. It's interesting to see, because I've taken a look at Replica Studios' page, and the AI voice that they're working with is not great. It feels like it was like, this is cutting edge tech, but they're quite literally at the very beginning. Now that they have access to potential voice banks from a lot of very well-known actors and voice actors, this could change that industry quite a lot. But again, it depends on what the contract says. Are they paid for every performance, or do they have to sign off and agree to be part of that project if you use their voice? Obviously, there will be language involved that disallows the use of certain phrases that perhaps the actor wouldn't be game for. But I don't love this.
Yeah,
and I really want to know the finer details very badly.
Yeah. Like, it's it sound how what's your reaction so far from the people that are affected by this? Their voiced opinions.
So I've seen everything from people calling SAG-AFTRA leadership Judas to actual fear, like not like just a lot of displeasure and unease over this.
Yeah, like was it discussed at all? Like, because this has happened so suddenly.
Yeah, like this was like AI was a big part of the actor.
Oh no,
right?
I mean the deal with Replica.
Oh no, yeah, and I'm getting there. Like AI was such a big part of the initial deal, right? Like Disney shouldn't be allowed to scan its background actors and then use them forever. How is this any different?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this is what's confusing me.
So presumably, even without going into the cesspool that is X and checking all of that, I imagine we're like I said, I saw Judas, which betrayer, which pretty much means that other people have put 2 and 2 together as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
imagine anyone.
I was like,
oh God, he's not going to hold back.
No, he said, "Excuse me. With all due respect, you state in the article approved by affected members of the union, union's voiceover performer community. Nobody in our community approved this, and I know.
Not a soul
that I know of.
Yeah.
Games are the bulk of my livelihood, and have been for years. Who are you referring to?
I am genuinely curious because, like, I guess maybe they were speaking to a bunch of people who aren't interested in doing voiceover, but now have an option to lend their voice to a bank and get a one-time payout. But they're certainly not talking to people who have made this their livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else replied with, just going to drop this here, and it's a screenshot of, can you sue a union for acting, blah, blah, blah. He goes, if you believe a union has failed you to uphold the duty to fairly represent you, you may seek legal action.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there is some going forward, because this is quite literally acting in like complete disregard to the wishes of its union members.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know how that happened. Like, I don't know what they expected.
SAG-AFTRA may need to be destroyed and remade.
Fran, you were supposed to be the chosen one.
That's so weird. Yeah, we had members of the board agree with it. Who did you ask? Steve down the road?
Well, I mean, members of the board. Those are the people that are on the board are out of touch. Every board members are out of touch.
This is the prime example.
Yeah.
Like, if they force through secure things like royalties and so on, and allow an opt-in. Actually, it should be opt-in, not opt-out. By the way, whoever,
yes, 100%.
Everybody who does this shit, stop it. It should be opt-in. Don't automatically put people in and don't tell people about it. So it should be opt-in. It should also you have I don't want to do this. I don't want my voice featured in this type of thing, right? It should have those protections too. If any of this was to fly, but I because of it, I'm not feeling hopeful.
Andrew Wallace, I didn't agree to this. R.I.P. my career.
Exactly. But to your point, that's kind of the thought. I don't know in what world this could possibly go through. Well, all right, we don't know the rules yet, but obviously this does need to be opt-in, and as far as I'm concerned, the talent that you use needs to be contacted for every single project and then give confirmation on it.
Yes. Yep.
Like, you still need to send them a script. Yeah, you still need to send them a script so they know what they won't be saying.
Yeah.
But and be still blamed for.
Yeah. Informed. You have to inform people clearly.
Kaylee Mills. I don't remember being asked about this thing that literally affects my daily life.
Yep.
Patrick Seitz. Oh, cool. Reimbursed inertia. And even that only for a select few of us. Cannot wait.
Oh, no. Okay, so they've seen the details, which is good, which means I can start searching and finding it for next week.
Hey, your best friend, Amber Lee Connors, extremely disappointed.
Emily Connor sets up a studio, so yeah, she's got a lot riding on this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
at least she used to head up a studio. I don't know if she's still with Sound Cadence.
All these, I see. I'm just seeing a bunch of voice actors that I recognize. Yeah, they are all like, excuse me.
Yeah, it's like just like with all the actors during the body scanning thing. This is the exact same thing.
I was like, also, a lot of people were like, "Didn't you guys just finish striking against AI? What's going on here?"
Right. It's we need to make it clear. Please make it clear what the fuck this is. Please.
Well, upside, they have made it clear to the people who can now take action against it. So I will at least say that. Because Patrick Seitz has made it clear that he has at least seen it enough to know some details. So if I'm the last person to see it, fine. So long as the union members see it and they can now take the next steps that they need to.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Which hopefully is losing their jobs.
I'm sure the contracts will be released at some point in time.
It sounds like it already is. I just need to figure out where.
Yeah. Well, one thing over to another thing. What was our next AI shit that we're dealing with? Oh yeah. So Duolingo laid off a huge percentage of their contracted translators. The remaining are to review AI translations to make sure they're acceptable.
Yeah, this sucks. This sucks. There are a lot of people who use Duolingo to learn languages. So this is like a not surprising turn of events, and it sucks. So translation is definitely one of the fields of work that will be affected by AI. There are, you get translators everywhere, localization, interpretation, because there are devices now that can live interpret, can actually just translate on the fly now. So, so I feel really, really bad about this. This is not a good thing. This is the first in many.
Yeah, I was talking to Kobe last night because, our respondent in the field, Kobe, who literally knows everything about everything
that
for
guy
some
is
reason.
So well informed. It's crazy.
He was talking about it. One of the big problems is that official ESL classes for ESL people that are trying to maintain citizenship or whatever.
Yeah,
the class is forced to use Duolingo.
Really?
Yeah, and at the even at the moment, Duolingo is not like the most accurate way to learn a language already. Now that you're gonna have AI translators in there, it's gonna make it even worse because people that were already using Duolingo before this, were still like closely failing, or if failing, some of their citizenship classes for whatever they're being in, because Duolingo is not a thing to I don't think it's not a very good thing to learn another language with.
It's a vacation app.
It's a vacation app that's to supplement in between your actual classes,
Yeah. Something that keep your brain to remember, like with Japanese, I wouldn't use it to learn sen structure or anything, but I would learn it to keep up my I would use it to keep up me remembering what hiragana and katakana.
It is good for that. It is good for that.
I'd say I've always said this. All of these apps I've always treated as high school secondary language classes. You're never going to use them as they say you are. However, they will teach you some basics that if you're ever in trouble, should be able to get you out of trouble.
Yes.
But you can't live off of it.
Also, it's like a basic flashcards. It's like good for memorization and shit like that.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, like people learn differently. You either learn from a book, you learn from doing. You need either be active or passively. If you're good at learning from games and getting high scores and getting the brain buzz from that is very good.
Yep.
If you need the XP and points, but
this has a secondary downward effect. And it's not just that a bunch of people got laid off. That is awful. The
Yeah.
other half of that is the people who remain there are now probably having to work 2 or 3 times as hard to make sure that this is all coming out correct, and they're going to miss a bunch of stuff, which just kind of feeds back into your main idea that you're going to get a lower quality product now.
Yeah, and what is to say as well that their corrections are not simply just training it further, and then they down the line get fired,
which is the end goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's so weird. I mean, I get it for short-term things, like a holiday. But, you know, learning language, this is just personal opinion, by the way. Learning language is a part of someone's culture. It's a human-to-human direct, connection. So if you're just using a translator and not actually talking directly to someone, it's so weird. It's another dystopian thing, I feel. Like, universal communicators are cool, right? We got them in Star Trek and shit. They're cool. You just put it in your ear and then you just yapping away. That's fine, right? But,
this is a Star Trek episode.
It's so weird. Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, me and Dalit have said it multiple times. Hell, we've even had arguments with some friends. AI is not going to make the world a better place. It is. Corporations are going to get their hands on it and they're going to fuck with it. All right, and it's just gonna keep going down. Like
AI under capitalism is going to destroy us.
I hate to say it, but that is what it is. So long as we rely on these industries for money, it's going to be a terrible idea. Moreover, there always needs to be a human touch to these things.
Yeah.
Like we were just telling them like fucking months ago. It's like the AI is not gonna like. They're like, this is a good tool. Yeah, I mean it can be a good tool. Whatever.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that's not how it's going to be used.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put this in perspective for those listening. that is the best way that I have been able to understand. AI, when used in video games, which is what I'm gonna base this on. DLSS is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, this means that games that come out and maybe would struggle on some rigs now have have AI generated and are up-res and have in-betweens that allow it to be run very smoothly. AI character creation is theft. Out and out.
Yeah.
Now, you can use that to generate ideas for you that you can now take away and do your own art on, but if you're just taking it from what has been generated and putting in that project, unless you've trained it on your own art for hundreds of hours, it's taking it from somewhere, and if it's not you, that's theft.
Oh God, you just reminded me. There's a bloody lawsuit thing that's popping about fair use. All right, and people are just misunderstanding what fair use is.
As they have for years.
You can't just take people's stuff and then, like, so if you like, basically at the end, they don't want to pay for copyright. They don't want to pay people for their stuff. They just want to use it and then profit from it. Look, there are lots of public domain things, or free stuff online or you can just pay artists.
Just a thought.
And voice actor, you can properly, fairly employ them.
Yeah,
they don't hate AI; they hate you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Warning. I might die. We have storms around here at the moment. It's a big storm hit the southeast.
All right, let's move it along then. Move along. Let's go.
Yeah, we're so close to the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of. Continuing on with more layoffs. Unity laid off 25% of its employees yesterday.
Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get.
I can't say I didn't see this coming, because I definitely saw this coming. Unity immensely screwed up last year, and this is definitely one of the repercussions that was probably going to happen from it.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for people that stuck with Unity after that bit, but I also could have said probably anybody could have saw that coming, honestly. So hopefully they're able to get put up somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, Unity is just another shit company using shit means to make money. So probably should jump ship when you can. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean the problem is there's nothing wrong with the engine. It's entirely the issue of the company.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, board of directors, man. We need to get rid of them. They eat the rich. There we go. How about this? Eat the rich.
Use AI.
Yeah. How about we replace board of directors with AI?
If you replace one major executive, you can cover every working member of your organization.
We only need one board of director anyway. Why does there need to be multiple people?
Yeah.
You can just have one person on the directors, man. Why even need a board of directors? What do you need a board of directors for? Just have the CEO make every decision. Like, come on.
Like, I'll be honest. I do not know enough about industry to know if that works. Yeah. But man, can you imagine?
Now, board of directors
would free up so much money.
Board of directors usually are people like appointed by what is?
And I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest. Really, the real issue isn't even the board of directors. They can be pretty scummy at times. Real issue is that these are all publicly traded companies.
Yeah, it's people that own like majority share of of stuff. So that's what it is. And
once you have to make more
money.
Once you have to make more money than you did last year, every year going forward, eventually it becomes impossible, and you have to start throwing away your morals.
Yep.
It's just how it works.
Yep. More layoffs. Twitch laid off about 500 people this week.
Do we know why? I didn't know about this actually.
I don't know why either, and honestly, outside of like what is it, an hour and a half ago, I didn't know that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, it's like it literally was from today, so don't worry about that.
Yeah. I was like, Amazon Twitch layoff 35% of staff.
Yep.
Yeah. And did not immediately respond to the request of the people that wanted. So there's no. I don't think there's an actual reason.
Many companies, our business has been impacted by the current macroeconomic environment, and user and revenue growth has not kept pace with They're blaming inflation.
Okay, well,
they're blaming inflation. That's fucking hilarious.
So, as reported by Chris Wolfhart from Gigaboots, about apparently 7 days into 2024, we have already hit 28% of the layoffs that happened in 2023.
Oh, fucking hell.
This is what I was saying. I asked you one thing. I asked that this year not be as bad as last year, and we are 1 week into the new year, and you've literally said, "Hold my beer."
This is not an any percent speed run. Fucking hell.
Well, I remember Ralph mentioning that he had the people he had talked to said it was only going to get worse. So
yeah, and no doubt, it's literally the very beginning of the year.
Yeah, so
yeah, and technically this isn't the beginning of the year. It's just the beginning of the year for everyday people. This is the end. This is the end of the year for businesses.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
doesn't make me feel better, but this is technically the fourth quarter.
You'll see a bunch of hiring after March, and those people have maybe less than a year to do their job before they also get canned. So
right. Higher turnover. Is there a trend in percentages of the the increase or decrease of hiring and firing? The turnover rate. I want to see those stats. Yeah, those
I know
stats
I've heard
would be
people
very
in the
telling.
industry. I've heard people in the industry who are at the bottom rung. So obviously not the executive in the C-suites, but
Yeah.
they've mentioned that if given the option, you should be trying to leave your job every 2 years. Now, leave your job and layoffs are two vastly different things.
Yeah.
Because I know the tech space is like it's always growing, and it still hasn't matured yet. So that's the littlest bit of information I can grant you on that.
Yeah, see, you're not guaranteed to get another job after too, like right after.
No,
some people take months and months and months to get a new job.
I think if you stay with a company long enough, for say like 2 years, all right. But if you time your departure of a company around the time where
I said layoffs.
Layoffs.
Yeah.
That's different. No.
Yeah,
no, that's why
when you're
that's why
planning to
you
leave, that's
try.
different. Yeah,
That's why you try to leave before the whole company starts doing
it sucks. That's
large percentages of layoffs.
Sometimes that's just not possible with folks with families, you know.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
So
it sucks.
But that's it for the doomer stuff. All right.
Yeah.
We're done.
Now
We're done dooming. We're done dooming. All right.
Yeah. You gotta have a doom sandwich, you know, something slightly humorous at the beginning, Logan Paul, or and then, you know, finish it off with a nice happy thing at the end. So
Tokyo Fan Festival happened this week.
It sure did.
Final Fantasy 14. We got a lot of
Dawn
stuff.
Trail.
We got a lot of stuff. First of all, we saw what Yoshi P looks like in a suit.
That was weird.
Everyone was showing off about that. That's funny.
I have never seen him so well dressed before. I mean, I shouldn't say that because Yoshi P can dress himself. Yeah, he is a well dressed man. I've never seen him so business formal before in my life.
Yeah. Like you would think he just got out of the board meeting at Square Enix.
He really was actually having active talks with the producer of Final Fantasy 16. That's clearly what was happening there.
Oh yeah, true. They gotta get.
There was business happening.
Yeah, business was happening. Yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious. We got the full trailer, the full trailer, which was really good. In that trailer, revealed what the second job was going to be, which I was definitely on the side of it being Green Mage, all right. But you know, them going with the turtles being painters and it being Pictomancer. That's pretty good.
From Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 6. What is it in bloody? Because it went by a different title. Was it 4?
No. That was German. That was the German version of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
German version was
no. I think she was referring to when it first came over to America. I believe 6 was Final Fantasy 2 or 3.
Yeah.
No, it was 3. I think.
Okay,
it was 3. Yeah. But. This is going to be your Celis, your Locke, your Tina or Terra game. It's Realm. We got Realm as a playable class.
Yeah, so Green Mage, it's very heavy support, right? It's from
Super
Tactics, right? Yeah.
Vera only.
Vera only as well, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a lot of I think a lot of spells that other classes tend to have and can cover already, so I could see why they didn't really go for it.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious about Pictomancer, how it'll work, because it's essentially you paint the monster and use their stuff against them, so it's kind of like Beastmaster, you know.
So it wasn't just they said it's not just the monsters you can make. You can make the monsters. You can make landscapes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can draw. You can. There will be other things. They said it won't be, it's not going to be like it's not going to be like a full-on support job. It's going to be DPS, but they will have a couple of support like buffing abilities for your allies.
Yeah, it's classed as a magical range DPS.
Yeah.
Right, so
and Kryl is the job holder of it.
Yeah,
so,
she's so adorable. So, quick question, because I was talking about this with Nat and Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
What are your actual thoughts on how Pictomancer looks? Because
yes,
I don't love it. There's something about those effects that I'm not in love with. But then I saw Kryl, and that looked amazing.
Yes. So that was a CG cutscene thing, though. So
which is unfair, right?
Yeah, it's unfair. It's an unfair comparison. I immediately thought in the job video, oh, Splatoon.
Correct. That was my immediate point of comparison. Like, oh, okay, I'm a squid now. I'm a kid now.
Yeah, no. What they've done, it seems, is that you already have like an emote with the big Sumi painting ink, and you can change
That's
different
where
colors.
It came from.
Yeah,
okay.
and you see it splattered all over the place. So it's already from assets they have. Maybe, I mean, they did also mention it's not finalized. It's not the final product. So hopefully they'll less Splatoonify it.
But is it just me? Am I just being like a picky bitch? Is like something about that didn't feel.
It's not. It doesn't gel well with the other.
With the rest of
battle
it,
effects. Yeah, I do see it. If they just change the color of the paint, I think not cell shady, perhaps.
Okay.
I know, like the job description is you use ether to paint and make something real. It's creative magic.
Look,
basically.
We use magic. Ether and feelings to do a lot of things in
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they'll change the effects. It is interesting that creation magic is now going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Because, story.
Chances are it's not going to be like creation as in the way the Alligans, or not Alligans, fucking the Asians or whatever did it, or the Ancients did it. It's not gonna take it's probably not gonna take from Aetheris. It's probably gonna be based off of the Aether of the caster.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So I wonder. Yeah, I agree. It's far too cartoony. It does clash with the graphics a bit.
Yeah, and like I'm happy you said it, because that was my thought. I was like, don't be that person.
I agree.
Don't be the weird old man who wants everything to be like more grounded in appearance. Because Viper's over there in trance mode. How grounded is that, honestly? So yeah, it was just something that I noticed and I couldn't shake. And I am endeared toward the class because of Realm.
Yeah.
To the point that I hope one of the spells you get is just Interceptor.
Yeah.
But how a class looks means a lot. And I would be lying if I said, upon seeing Pictomancer, my second reaction. My first reaction was, hell yeah, Realm. My second reaction wasn't, it's probably not a class for me, though.
I mean, we'll know more when they give us the job action trailer.
Yeah, we have the media tour and plenty of live letters for them to better educate me.
Yes. Yeah. I'm hoping it's fun. I like ranged. I don't really play magical range, but this I want to try. Really.
Hey, and you won't even need to be a res mage.
True. There's no res.
Because you couldn't be.
Yeah.
Because when people go down, your job isn't to bring them back; it's to paint on their faces. First one to fall asleep at the sleepover.
Some people are joking that the LB3 is going to be Bob Ross.
Let's go! Invoke the ancient primal Bob Ross. Primal of creativity.
Yeah. No, but Bob Ross just comes out and just like starts smacking him with the with his brush or whatever. Keep the devil out of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh god, I need this now.
I need to be a mod.
Look, not that we should talk about them openly, but the Final Fantasy XIV VFX mods are so good, though.
Yeah.
I was made aware of this last week, and ooh, man.
Let's see what else we got.
Big reveal. There was a big
What?
reveal, yeah.
Oh, no, there wasn't. Nah.
Femme Rothko.
Froth Girls.
That wasn't a big reveal.
It was.
Froth Girls.
We get to see them. It's wonderful.
Yeah, so
we knew it was coming.
So all right. I am
No, but we get to see them.
But we get to see them. It's a big deal. I'm of two minds on this. Like, I am happy that they're not just I've been saying this, they're not just Mikote Highlanders.
Oh, I was really
no, they're just Rogadins, but with fur.
Well, I mean,
they've got the very there are comparisons, like you can see the similarities between. They're not, the dimorphism isn't that big. The only gripe I have is
they're like Ronsos, yeah.
Yeah. The only gripe, is actually very much like the female Ronsos.
Like the Ronsos, yeah.
It's exactly like them, actually. So I have no problem with that. Their faces are more cat-like, though. But then perhaps they're going off cheetah, because they also have their small
they mentioned that.
Yeah.
They mentioned that the males are the bigger, heavier cats, tigers, and lions, whereas the females have lioness features, but they're actually supposed to be leaf cats. Small cats.
Yeah.
I do wish they were slightly more bestial like their male counterparts, because they are.
Yeah, I wanted that too. Yeah.
They are still supermodels with cat faces, but I do understand that you are not going to make a race and a class and all of this that you are afraid people won't play. So I do get why it's happened. And like was saying earlier, it's a 1-to-1 with the Ronsos.
Yes, it is.
At least they're not hunched over like the males.
Well, I was kind of hoping they would be.
Yeah, I wanted them to be a bit rawr, you know.
A lot of people don't like them because it always looks like your character has back problems.
Well, you know, I like to imagine sometimes they just run on all fours. You just jump and go.
Why is that not their sprint animation?
I know, it should have been. Yeah, it should have been.
But a lot of people have a lot of issues with the various classes. I have issues with the fact that Highlander males have no eyebrows. I play a Dusk White. It's so strange. I play a Dusk White, and I fucking hate Ellison animations, just in general. They have a lot of good ones, but by and large, they literally animate with a stick shoved so far up their spine.
I mean, but that's also how they act, so...
Yeah.
Look, I'm talking about, like, their animations, like, their weapon skill animations are fine, but a lot of their other animations, they're kind of a little jank in a not great way. So, you can have everything.
Yeah, I did, because they did show off some of the movement in the video, and they did look tough. They did have tough body language, so that's good.
True.
And
true.
Yes. In game,
also, I love that, and it makes sense because it was introduced with this race. I like that the race weapon is the gunblade. I like that they didn't just give the first female Hrothgar like a white mage cane or that. Like, I like that they also get to be the big tough tank. Tank feel.
Queen Gunhilder, man.
True, who was a Rogadin, but you know.
Well, no. If you're talking about the Bashta thing, or no, was she actually in the past also a?
Yeah, she was also a Rogadin in the past.
But her subjects were Hrothgar.
They were. Regardless, it was a great showing for the Froth girls. They look great. Still no hats. I didn't hear any update about hats for Viera and Hrothgar.
They're not going to talk about that. They're not going to talk about that until it gets closer.
There was a question about will they or will they not introduce even more races in the future? But then there was
the answer was surprising.
Yeah, maybe basically if they could.
Well, his words were. Yeah. His words were I when making this race, I said this was going to be the last race, but I can't say that.
Yeah.
I was genuinely surprised because I thought this was like well understood. by both dev and players. This is it. This is as far as we go, guys.
Yeah. Well, they should do, and I think they did mention that they did allude to that they would be working on the character creator assets next.
Yeah.
I would much rather this because the character creation it's not bland, but it is severely lacking.
Yeah.
They're also working a way to give us a free Fantasia.
Yeah, which is great. So you get to, well, you don't get to try out anything. You get to make one change.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should always give out 2 so that I can play the new thing and then go back. But I understand that's like.
No, I'm gonna be a Thundercats.
Well, they're giving out the Fantasia because of the graphical.
Cats.
They're giving out the Fantasia because of the graphical update, not because of like the race.
Oh, true.
Wait, what? Really? Wait, hold on. Is that the reason? Because every time they've brought out a new race, they've given you a Fantasia.
No, they haven't.
Didn't
you got a free Fantasia when you beat the level 50 quest line. That's the only free Fantasia they've ever given.
Oh, with All Raw they did though.
Yeah, but say they gave it with Al Raw.
Yeah. That was when Heavensward, when you were level 50.
Also, didn't we get one with Hrothgar's?
No, you did not.
No, I don't think you did. No.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
Yeah, but the graphical updates are actually they do like shift some features a bit, so I'm not surprised actually.
Yeah, because they want people to mess around with the new graphical update and making your character the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
Because
I'm such a fucking doomer. I don't see why this is what necessitates a Fantasia. Nicer hair, to be certain. Better shadows on the face. And everything else has to do with what you're wearing.
Well, with better eyes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's eyes looked dead before. Like, literally, that's what it is. Like, everyone's gone from dead eyes to live eyes. But is that what's going to get you to swap?
Some people that play Al Ra like some people that play Al Ra like the dead eyes or whatever.
Yeah, but they're not going to get the dead eyes.
They are. They literally said that you can mess around and get your dead eyes back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was one of the big things.
I don't believe that for an instance because they've wholesale changed the asset.
Yeah, he said.
I think what people want are dead eyes, and what the devs are going to give you is resting bitch face, which is not the same.
Well, I'm just saying what literally Yoshi P said. He said he understands that people that play female Al Ra love the whole dead eye stare that they had. All right. He said there is a way for you to get that back with the new update. It's just that some of your eyes might not be the exact same or whatever that you had because it's obviously going to be more high res.
I see.
This is a literal word for word from what Yoshi P said.
Sure, and I'm just saying I don't believe him.
Okay.
I mean,
because of the nature of how this works. I think that you've injected life by giving the eyes any amount of sheen, because that's what happens. And I don't think you can ever get that hollow look back from the eyes. You can get it from the face, which is why I think we're going to get resting bitch face.
Not unless they give
as a haver of that face.
What if they give us the option for the dead eyes?
You think they're going to give you the option to play with 2.0 assets?
They literally just said that they're also looking at it, doing the character creation stuff. So,
I mean, yeah, but they're also not rolling that out at launch. So, when you have the Fantasia, you won't be able to use it. You'd have to buy another one down the line.
Yeah, I mean, people buy Fantasias like it's fucking breakfast.
That's not what we're saying, though. That's why I'm being very clear about what I'm saying.
Anyway, everybody, we get a free Fantasia. Woohoo!
Congrats! That's $20, $20-something you don't have to spend.
Yeah.
We need $20.
God, they're expensive.
For a Fantasia. It's $10.
Isn't it like $18?
It's $10.
Wait,
for a Fantasia. It is $9.99.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, there was a 3-pack that I was thinking of. I guess I'd never seen the 1-pack. Probably because I would want to go back to what I had before, so I've never looked at it. Fair.
Was there anything else I was There's new areas we saw.
They showed off the new areas.
Yeah.
Showed off Solution 9.
Oh my
which
goodness.
Looks completely different from anything else in the game, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm so curious because it can't be Alligans again, right?
I mean,
or is there
be.
another? Oh, I suppose it could be. But what is it this time? What did they do? Alligans. Alligans.
They stated that they took a lot of things out of the screenshots and the video or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They deleted a lot of things because it could be spoiler because it was spoilers or whatever. So
right.
it might be stuff that we recognize. So it could be Alligans. It could be ancient stuff like pre-sundering, pre-sundering stuff. It could be what is it? Maybe there was a subsect of the ancients that didn't want to agree to the whole Zodiac thing. All right, and they created. Well, yeah. What I mean, like, it's people that weren't privy to like to Venat.
I suppose so. There was lots of different cities.
Yeah, and so they made like Solution 9 to get away from like the whole or like the whole Zodiac like taking everybody.
Oh, Solution S in solving a problem. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. I mean, there is still an area they haven't shown us because they always keep the final area secret.
Of course, yeah.
Even with the Elpis, they showed us Elpis, but they didn't tell us what Elpis was.
Did they hint at? Did they hint at any who's going to be the what or who is going to be the next like antagonistic force?
Nope.
Not yet.
Gulu Jaja. the guy we're fighting in that trailer.
I think that's actually a really bad idea.
No.
Because not Gulu Jaja. I think not showing off the new baddies is a really bad idea for the last fan fest. I think they would have done themselves a major service by just putting something on screen saying, can't tell you anything about them, but you should really remember these particular designs. These people will be showing up a lot. They'll be showing up
because at the end of all the Heavensward patches, they did show Xenos as well. Like behind his helmet, sure, and the smile.
So the reason why I think it...
Go ahead.
The reason why I think it's okay is because this is the start of something new.
This is why I don't think it's okay. I think there was a lot of room for people to offboard. A lot of people are looking for a reason to come back. And I liked the Dawn Trail Fan Fest, all three of them. I like everything that I saw. I don't think anyone who has made up their mind that they are finished with 14 is going to come back for Dawn Trail.
Well, maybe it is just Gulu Jaja.
Ooh.
The reason why I'm not I don't have an issue with that is because even if they showed you a bad guy for this expansion or whatever, it's just a bad guy probably for this expansion or whatever.
No, not well, maybe me and Leek were talking about two different things. I want to see what the new opposition is going forward.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Like, we don't have an opposition.
Even that's the problem, Aqua.
Yeah, I don't know what the story is going to be.
Like, we don't have a Garlean Empire. We don't have an ASEAN. We don't have anything.
If we just like...
Well, they're not marketing as that we're having something. They're marketing as we're going on vacation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to see what happens. What's the story?
I don't think that's actually that compelling is the problem.
Well, I mean,
we got to watch Urianshe drink his pina colada.
Here's the issue that you're thinking about it on that end, all right? They have never tried to keep people continuously to play this game or whatever. Endwalker's the offboarding point, all right?
Yeah, but with story, they have kept you like.
Thank you.
Yes, they ended
always had a reason.
But they ended that.
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
All right. Well, anyway, I am personally, I'm curious what's going to happen next. I don't even know.
Maybe it's just anticipation. Like maybe you don't know who you're going to go against. Yeah, you gotta know.
I gotta know.
They showed us the Eliminator. What's the Eliminator? Like who
true.
made the Eliminator?
Same people who made them big purple buildings, probably. Be nice to know who they are.
Yeah.
gotta know, man.
And maybe that's the mystery that is going to hook people or whatever. Why? What is this city? What and it's our second hub or whatever. So
it's true.
Like, who made this?
It's just a shame that they took out every trace of everyone in that image.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so because it could be spoilers. I mean, it could just be ancient.
Could be. It could be super
people
spoilers,
walking around black cloaks. Yeah, people walking around black cloaks. Man, we immediately know who they are.
Drinking pina coladas.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hi.
Also, come on, guys. Our raid series we're fighting on a gigantic 4090. All right, like, come on.
Oh yeah, I didn't see anything about that.
The Arcadian.
Oh, you did. On a you saw the building, the giant graphics card.
Got it.
Yeah. We're
so evidently, the new antagonists will be NVIDIA.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real here. They are the antagonists.
Kind of, yeah.
The graphics card industry is the antagonist. I mean, there's also, what is it? I mean, we have the 11 raid, so people are gonna want to see what the 11 raid is.
Oh,
yeah. I think we have small individual things that are gonna want people to join up and play, whether it's the main story or not, because
truly, there is so much content.
Our ultimate raid is Eden.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to see Light's. I'm ready to see Light's relativity.
Mm-hmm.
Which is gonna suck for anybody doing that fucking fight. Light's rampant plus relativity plus spell and waiting, maybe. Jesus.
Good luck, y'all. I hope you don't pull your hair out and fucking die in this raid.
Yeah. What else did they show? April's when we get the 16 crossover.
Yeah. God, I need Ben Starr to stay. I need him to be Clive, have that end, and then show up again.
Yeah.
How about we just recruit Clive into the Scions?
We already got Estinian. They're gonna be grumpy together in the corner.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it. People wanted to see Yoshi P's midriff, so
did they?
They were super disappointed he wasn't the Pictomancer.
They wanted him in the tank top, did they?
Yeah, they wanted.
Oh yeah.
They were like, I see people talking about wanting to see me in the midriff. Pay attention, please. So yeah. No release date, because they have an internal release date, but they don't want to say it because Yoshi P is now afraid to maybe have to delay something again.
Yeah, understandable, frankly.
So he doesn't ever like doing delays. So if there's a release date that he says, then you can kind of go ahead and say that it's probably going to come out on that day. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. I can't wait for it. Or actually, I can wait for it because I have Relink coming up soon, and I will probably forget about 14 ever existing.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a couple of months for you just in this world existing.
Yeah. That's our news this week. Unless any of you guys randomly found something. But then
no news flash.
No
news
that's
flash. Yeah. So what are you guys doing this week?
Monster hunts.
Recovering.
Yeah.
I will be doing the DLC for Cyberpunk, and then I will probably also be hunting monsters because a hunter must hunt.
No, you won't. Actually, yeah, you will.
Because
you're not playing the demo, are you? Are you gonna play the demo?
No, I'm not playing on PS5 just to pick it up on PC.
I mean, you're still gonna be playing with the controller.
I'm gonna play the demo, but I won't be moving it over. Yeah, that comes out in 4 days.
I was gonna say it's just gonna be 4 days from now.
Yeah, I guess I will be doing that because when it comes out, I mean, I kind of have to, don't I?
We had the showcase on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then Friday should be when the demo comes out, or at least that's rumored when the demo comes out. So I mean, I'm gonna be on there. You could probably hold off on downloading. Well, I mean, you can download the demo if you, I guess, if you want to, without me saying anything. But I need to make sure that you don't need PS Plus to do the online multiplayer.
Ah, crap! That's right.
I don't think you will. I don't think you will need to, because you normally demos don't require you to have it. But I've already told Lavrin that I'd check to make sure, because he's not going to download it if it requires him to have PS Plus to play the online.
Yeah, I was trying to remember why I wasn't into this idea, and now you've reminded me why there's a good chance I skipped this demo. But we'll see then, won't we?
Yeah. But once that comes out, that'll be my week, because I got to get PS Plus anyway, because I'll be playing with Little, so on PlayStation, playing both copies, so that'll just be me. I'll be a god at this game. God. Yeah. I mean, before then, I gotta work one day this week, and well, I guess I gotta work the weekend too, but who cares about that. But yeah, I'll be doing that, probably more Lethal Company.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no surprise there. You've been very much enjoying it.
Yeah, most likely more Lethal Company. Yeah. That'll probably be me. Yeah, so more Monster Hunter, more Cyberpunk, and more whatever I feel like playing. But if you made it this far, make sure you hit that like subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week.
Be good now.
Bye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely